Welcome back to the 100k build challenge. My name is Milad Nouri. I go by quizdue online, and this is a challenge I took upon myself to make $100,000 using only AI tools. There is no time limit right now, but we should probably build one. I'm 15 years old, I have no coding background, and we're gonna learn all together. We're gonna learn and then earn. That's the goal. And today is day 6, I think, and that is a long time. We've come a long day. Today was interesting because after I uploaded the last video, Cursor AI got some interesting updates, and today I got to test those updates. But after I saw how to use those updates, I got disappointed pretty quick. But Cursor is still a great tool, so we tested it with Klein today. And the results were interesting. Very, very interesting, I must say. So I hope you guys enjoy. And now I will see you at my laptop. Alright, guys. Back on the laptop now. So today we're gonna test and see which IDE we're gonna go with today for the rest of this project, because we lost Augment. So we had 3 options, as I said in the last video. It was Tray, Cursor, and Klein inside VS Code with Gemini 2.5 Flash. Yeah. So we're gonna test these 3, but in fact we're gonna test only Cursor and Klein, because after I recorded that video, I said maybe I should get more familiarized with Tray, and it was borderline, I don't want to say trash, but it was not to the level of Cursor and Klein. So we're gonna skip that. We're just gonna test these 2. So before we get into testing, I will say that Cursor has gotten some interestingly good looking updates. So a couple of days ago, they released 0.50, the version. It's rolling right now. I actually got to update my Cursor before starting to record, because it was the old version, and just because as I was trying to record this video, I got the notification to update it. So I have 0.50, so we're gonna test that. So basically what this is, they have like a background agents, so you can run like 3 agents, get out, close your computer, and everything. They run on cloud. It's like a new tab mode. I don't know what that is. I don't use tab anyways. Context for your entire code base. You can add it to context, but they don't yet have context management beyond the limits of the context window for the module or the model. But I mean, it's still pretty cool. You can add the whole project to the context, and then multiple workspaces. Exactly. Before that, you couldn't open the same folder in like two workspaces. Now that's really going to be helpful for us. We can export and duplicate the chats. There are max mode for all top models. We're not going to use max mode anyways, but this is pretty cool. They got some interestingly nice updates, and now we do have it. This is max mode and simplified pricing, refreshed inline edit, more context control. So we say continue. Now I think we have to turn something on from the settings. I will find that and show you guys. By the way, you guys, Grok 3 Mini Beta and Gemini 2.5 Flash is completely free inside Cursor. I don't think you need a subscription to access them. Okay guys, so in the background agent I had to look into the docs, and it looks like that we have to use the max models to get access to it, as it says here. Only max mode compatible models are available when using the background agent. Pricing is based on token usage following the same structure as max mode. So we can't really get it with the normal subscription. You have to have usage-based pricing, and that kind of charges you extra, and that does not feel good when you already pay $20 per month and still have to pay extra to get access to like background agents. They should probably make it available for other models later, but it's in preview right now and they only make it for max mode, because I don't know why, man. I mean, I was super excited for this feature, but it looks like it's only available for max mode models, and I'm not going to be using max mode models at all. So I think we have to just don't use that. We can't use it anyways. But anyway, without that even, Cursor is a great option, and we will be using a lot of stuff with it. So let's test it now. We saw that we can't really use the background agent, but we still have access to unlimited Claude 3.7. Even though it's slow request, it doesn't really matter. It takes like a couple of seconds more. So before that, I have to just copy paste all the things I have here into the client configuration so they're completely equal. Even though we're not going to do that big of a test, we're going to do a simple test maybe. Like a website maybe. Haven't chosen what test I should do, but we will definitely choose that in a second. That's it. Now it should update here in a second. Updating MCP servers updated. So if you go back here, go to install, we only have context 7, sequential thinking, and Supabase. I don't think I have the rules set up here either, so you have to set those up. They are also here in my cursor settings, so there's not going to be, it's not going to take a long time. We're just going to make we're not going to make a file. We're just going to put it in the custom instruction part. And then save it. Now we're ready to fully test this. Also, I saw something pretty nice, because we can add custom modes here. You just choose that and make this planner, the name of it, and the model we just choose Gemini 2.5, not max mode, but the thinking mode. And then you take off edit, run, and MCP, except I will probably keep sequential thinking because that's pretty good in planning. And then for advanced option, take everything off and you say, you plan my development very carefully and use the sequential thinking MCP to help you. That's it. And now we just click done, and now we have a planner agent. That's pretty cool, by the way. Now we do have a planner agent inside here, It's like a planner mode. In plan mode, client will gather information to architect a plan. Well, we are going to use that too, obviously with Google Gemini. 2.5 Flash for this one. We should probably use 2.5 Flash for the planner too, so it's gonna the same. But for implementation, we will be using Claude 3.7 thinking with cursor. So what I'm gonna do is I will try to make a chess game. I should probably make a chess game. What about that? Yeah, I will tell each of them to plan out how to make a chess game and make it visually appealing and nice animations and stuff, and see who does it better. We will look at a couple of criterias. I'll make a docs for this. I mean, so far I like cursor. I mean, I've always liked cursor, but because Augment was free, I was kind of liking that more, and it was more towards the. Now it's more towards the expensive part because it's built for high-end developers that need help, not people like us. Cursor's built for us, kind of, because there's a lot of other IDEs that are very expensive but work way better than Cursor or Windsurf. So we would say criterias. I don't even know how to. Criterias. Here we go, I do. Our criterias would be number one, the style. Who does it better? Number two would be time. How much time it takes for it to finish it. Number three would be, is it a one shot or, I mean, that's kind of part of the time. So, number three, errors. How many errors do we see? And is there a fourth one? Probably the ease of use, maybe? Or function. Which one functions better? Functions. Okay, so we got our 4 criterias that we're gonna grade. Klein with Gemini 2.5 Flash and Cursor with Gemini 2.5 Flash. Well, we're gonna implement it with Agent and Claude 3.7, but the planner is like the planner here, because now we can make our custom modes. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go explain. I'll give him the same prompt because this is the planning mode. I'm gonna tell them I want a beautiful chess game kind of thing. So I wrote this prompt. I said, implement a beautiful chess game. I'm comparing it to Cursor, so I kind of told it what's going on. This is to Klein, and I'll give the same prompt for Cursor, just change Cursor to Klein. I said I want it to be functional. If you need the chess pieces, download them or tell me to download them. I don't know how it's going to get the chess pieces, but that's not really important for now because it's the planning. So I also told it to use sequential thinking throughout this to help him plan this out. Now let's give this same thing to the planning mode inside Cursor and change the cursor, where'd it go, to Klein. Now we're gonna send both and see what happens. sent client first. Now, definitely the UI of Cursor looks way better, the UI and UX. I have to change a setting, I think, here, so the MCP runs on its own. Advanced options, auto run, exactly, because the edit and run commands is off, so the auto run will work. Run this tool. Let's auto approve it here too. So this is kind of auto run too. It's not auto approving for some reason. Now it's auto approved. This looks way uglier. I'm just gonna say it, man. It looks very ugly. And I have already used 182,000 tokens, 200,000 tokens. I don't even know how much I used here, but it doesn't show me. The UX looks way better inside Cursor. There we go. Give us a whole plan. And then when it's done, I will just turn it into agent mode and say initialize the memory bank. Summary hypothesis by focusing on a robust game. It's still thinking. So now I will. What's this one? That should probably get deleted, but once you're satisfied with the plan, please toggle to act mode so I can begin implementation. There we go. This guy's done too. I'm not gonna look at the plan. I don't have that much time. I will cancel this and say, please initialize memory bank for this plan. And we'll see what it does. Same here. By the way, I choose to go with the Gemini 2.5 Flash preview for the implementation as well, because it is a great model for anything really. So, and also it's free. So if you guys don't have a subscription, you can always use this. It's not really a bottleneck at this point. Gemini 2.5 Flash is completely free. So we'll tell it now to initialize the memory bank and for this plan. Let's see what they do. Obviously everything for the memory bank structure and all is explained in our rules. This is a very long rules file. If you want to see it or have it for yourself, I have it here on my website. It's quizdue.netlify.app. It's all around me, about me. And then if you go to the AI guide section, you can see the rules. My AI prompting guidelines. It's like a Google Doc. You can just, not Google Dog, Google Doc. You can just copy paste the rules from here. But I absolutely recommend, if you're using this, if you're going to use this, the rules, give it to an AI chat-based model, either inside ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, even Grok. Grok's a great model. Then tell it to change everything that's super specific about someone's project, because there's a lot of things in here specific about the ultimate project, not about the test. So that's kind of like a bottleneck. So this guy only made the memory bank. I'll create the remaining core memory banks files. Okay, I will also run a timer here. I forgot it. Just start. Set a timer. No. Whatever. We will set it for an hour, I guess. Let's see what happens. There we go. Now cursor suddenly stopped for some reason. I will tell it to keep going. But as of experience, I know this happens because there's a lot in its context window and it just stops. But Klein is going. It is very going. It's already started implementing. That sounds promising. Well, I haven't seen it do that much stuff. It says you spent this much, but I don't even have a credit card attached to my account. I mean, it's only making the files right now, but it doesn't really matter. See, it's not working here, man. Like, come on, cursor. Would it work if I switch to Claude 3.7? Because for my test, I will not be using this with Gemini 2.5 Flash. I'll be using it with Claude 3.7. And it looks like that's going to be working. So let's just go with that. We are going with Claude 3.7, baby. We're not using Gemini 2.5 Flash. Client has auto-approved 20. This is a... Whoa! New redesign. I haven't seen this before. This is pretty nice. And we're just going to make this 2000 because nobody really cares. I've added basic class structure to board.js. It has already burnt out around 1 million tokens. But I did not expect to get a result like this from this guy. Claude 3.7 sounded a little slow, by the way. So at the position we are right now, Klein is already done with the memory bank. It has implemented most of the pieces, all of the pieces. Now it's filling them up with code. It made all the files and everything. Cursor is still on the memory bank. I mean, according to time, if you talk about it, Cursor is very behind. Has been successfully initialized for the Royal. Now the memory bank structure is now ready. So it's done with the memory bank. We're obviously going to accept all. And it says start a new chat for better results, and we're going to do that. And just tell it to start implementing. Because that's what it had to start long before. Start implementing. There we go. Now if we go back to client. Damn. Look at that. It's cooking, man. This is very nice. It is super fast too. I haven't used Klein in like a long time. And the long context window of Gemini 2.5 Flash, that's pretty awesome too. It's only using 100,000 right now, but it's 1 million. So that's pretty big. Great, now let's create the basic files. It just said chess game. Well, it has started with a better design, I think. We'll see at the end. Let's not judge anything right now. We will see at the end who will be the winner. And I want to make this clear, guys. Whoever is the winner, I am not gonna leave the other one completely alone. Now, Klein showed some very impressive results, and I love that. But if Cursor wins, I'm not gonna leave Klein completely alone. I might do some things here, do some things there, and kind of like simultaneously, because we can't really use the background agent here because we're not using max mode, but that might actually work using both of them. Let me test something actually. Can we open the same folder twice? There we go. We can't. We can't open two things at the same time. And that's kind of what the bottleneck is right now. Whoa. Bro's cooking. But is he done though? Because he shouldn't be done. There's a lot more to go with it. I wanted this to be way more realistic and stuff. So if we look in the chess game here, there's obviously nothing in the assets folder, but there is a chess model.js here. Damn, that's a lot of code. This is 420 lines. We have a chess view. I mean, they have definitely gotten some completely different approaches. And I went with Cloud 3.7 Sonnet because 2.5 Flash didn't work. They have gone with some completely different results. And it's been around 7 minutes. And there we go. These are all in the game. There's an app.js, there's index, there's style.css. It's a very short one, by the way. I asked for an elegant approach. I should have told it to use ShatCN, even though that's probably not gonna have a lot of chess stuff. Royal chess game initialized. The console log. We'll see. We are observing everything right now. We are great observers. There is a style.css. This one's a little longer than the one Klein gave us. It's around, I would say, 100 lines, 141 lines. Royal BG. I mean, it just brought a picture out of nowhere. What is that? This is wrong. Because if it was a JPEG file, it could have opened it. Whatever. To integrate high quality 3D chess pieces assets, I need access to the 3D models. Could you please provide the 3D model or tell me where I can find them? Alternatively, I can proceed with placeholder visuals for now and integrate the actual models later once they're available. Whoa! It's trying to make 3D. I only want 2D. Okay, just give me 2D models for now. We will change. We don't want 3D. Okay. Either that's going to change a lot of stuff or change nothing. Would you like me to make any specific improvements? Whoa, testing? Okay. We've successfully implemented the core functionality of the chess game. Here's a summary of what we've accomplished. Create the basic project structure with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Implemented the core chess game. That's 1,000 lines of code, by the way. So we're just going to accept this and say, continue. Okay, guys. We had a lot of back and forth, and Cursor gave me this. Royal Chess. I didn't use the assets I downloaded. It made SVG code for these. I think they're widely available, the SVG code, so it was pretty simple for it to make. And this is what I got. It is pretty cool. It functions properly. There were some animation things I had to fix, so it also shows the moves. This is why it's turned, the eaten pieces. That's kind of nice, to be honest. So Klein failed. I think we really didn't do justice for Klein in this test, but because a lot of things here, I confused it. It confused me. We were super confused. I don't know what happened, but this is what it created, kind of thing. It doesn't work for some reason it doesn't work, but it lost. It couldn't make it. Now if we go back to our little doc we created earlier for the style, all of them cursor wins, man. Cursor for this one, time took them around an hour, more than an hour actually. Cursor errors, cursor didn't give me any error because this wasn't like a Next.js project or anything. It was just JavaScript and HTML, so there wasn't any big errors in there. So I just had to trust it, I guess. Cursor and function, cursor one functions. So with the test we've done, Klein lost all of it, but I am super suspicious right now because I did not get a single your rate limited error kind of thing. I haven't set up paid like billing for any of my APIs, but it kind of showed how much I spent even per thing. So it's like 5 cents total. So like 5 cents total for the task. I mean, I don't have billing set up. I don't know where it's getting this money from, but I don't know. I guess I have to check all of my accounts and see. It wasn't that much anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But with that test, this is an absolute beast of a model, man. It's very cheap. It's 60 cents per million token, and if you're using thinking, it's $3.50. You see, I've used 1.4 million tokens, and it's only 5 cents for some reason. I don't know. It's only 5 cents. But this is what we got. This is the results. Cursor 1. That's officially what we're gonna be working with from now on. We'll go back to the ultimate projects now. That's what we're gonna be working with. We will definitely come back to clients sometimes because I have like clock 3.5 and 7 in there. But in Cursor, I have 04, 04 mini, 03 mini. I have Grok. I have GPT 4.1. I have Gemini 2.5 Pro and Flash. I have Claude 3.7, DeepSeek R1. I have all of these models I can use that definitely sometimes, somewhere, for some bugs, 04 mini is better than any other model. Gemini 2.5 Pro is better at some parts, maybe UI. Then like Claude 3.7 is better at some things. So having multiple models is pretty good, and I have Cursor for a year free, so that's a very big advantage to us. So this is basically what we got today. The results was this beautiful chess game. I kind of very like this, to be honest, and I hope you guys enjoyed and got some value out of this video. I showed you guys what Cursor can do and what Klein can do. I'm really impressed with what Klein did, even though we didn't spend a lot of time fixing its errors. But if I just start again and only focus on Klein, I think I can make a way better game. So